Yeah, let's talk about Dune in the Sardaukar and the Fremen, the weirding way. Only Dune people gonna know these references, but I'm talking about the debate that went on between Dr. Umar Johnson and like Cynthia G, and how he basically dismantled them. Even though all the feminists and all that are talking about whatever small little victory or word or line, all I gotta do is say a line. Let's just say about what we're seeing with Cynthia G. It's nothing that we ain't never seen. We just seen this a million times. It's what we always been seeing, and what people won't say. I don't do not all, not all, not all. I don't do that. I don't play that game. A very large and a very vocal, that's specifically black male, and when they're blaming you for your own oppression and saying that you working with them to try to be them, all the blood that was spilled, all the times we die, we get our brains blown out today. The most irrelevant line of thinking, but I always know it's in the service of feminism. Has never been in the service of its usurp of power and using our oppression and hate, and how the hatred of black men to push their agenda, which is just basically supremacy. It's all about it's white supremacy in a different package. That's how it's always been, and there's a big enough vocal minority enough to damn call it out. And I saw a skirmish between damn, it was like Freeman and Harkonnen, excuse me, and they were dealt with in a very weirding way fashion, because the one thing that I noticed, that it was basically four women and two dudes, and the dudes basically held it down. Dr. Umar Johnson and the other doc, I can't recall his name, and the fact that great numbers and completely the emperor, they were on the emperor's side. They had the backup of the emperor and the Harkonnen empire, as in they got a lot of big powers backing them and paying them to try to destroy black men. I just think about how many bullets we took, how many bullets we're still taking even to this day to even say it. But they're serving their masters. Their masters pay them very well. They are dogs that you sick on good people, on men, black men. They try to, every day at work, they try to keep me from something. They try to insult me in some type of way. Everywhere I go and everywhere I do, it's always somebody trying to insult me. If I show up to the party, it's a whole group and cadre of people trying to insult me. No matter where I am, whether it's my place of work, whether I'm just out and about, it's somebody somewhere randomly waiting in the wings to just either try to discredit me or try to attack me in some type of way. It's a random person trying to attack me and discredit me in some type of way. And I'm told I brought it on myself. And it's the same thing. It's always, you're treated like you bring anything you're going through on yourself. They work hard and into the night and into the day in every place on the damn earth that you go as a black man to discredit you. That's not hyperbole. That's actually what happens. And we are always told that it's our fault for just existing. Yeah, because you basically, yeah, of course Cynthia G gonna say that. Matter of fact, she used to talk all types of stuff, WS and all that stuff, and halfway fighting against it, and then they threatened her, and then they start paying her on YouTube. YouTube is a bribery device. It's just that so many men are speaking up to the point that men are making money from it too, because so many men are speaking up in unison. And basically, I eviscerated her. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. I don't go by smart comments, being smart. I don't go by accomplishments like degrees and all that other stuff. But basically obliterated. She was out of her league. She real smart and real sharp, but she was out of her league in that fight. He not only dispatched her, he dispatched the others. Anybody that walked up. Anybody that walked up. And then the other brother knew exactly what to say and express. And then the professors and Ibmore, BGS Ibmore, they all came forward. Green Gorilla came. They all thorough, Fremen, thorough master of the weirding way. And they basically destroyed all arguments, just the dismantling of Cynthia G. It was something to be seen. It was something when you see the warriors working at their top level to dispatch the enemies, it really clears the air in your mind about what's actually going on. All the time people are working against me, no matter where I am. If I am doing something, doing my comic book at the library or trying to record this video right now, I'm telling you, there's a voice in the room going directly against me, no matter what. They don't never go to the ground room floor, and I use that term a lot. That's what my studio space is called, the ground room floor. And people are always working against me. And you know what the main one is? I expect it from the others, but my own woman, that to the point men are literally leaving the community to have happiness because their women don't think much of them. And it's the grand majority. I don't do that. I don't do that at all. Sorry. I don't care. Most of you are against me. Most of you are against me. Primary for me was supposedly the most important woman in my life was against me. The most important one. The top, the head, the queen. Because of feminist ideology, and then you might as well put WS on feminist. It means something else, and now it's just a proving ground of who can be the most retaliant and vicious. Our women have walked out the door. We're going to have to deal with that. And I know there's still a problem because today I was talking to two men, and I was talking about, then they were talking about getting married, and I just said outright, I say, why don't you just get a reliable, if you need a woman that bad, why don't you just get a reliable lady of the evening? Deal with that instead of dealing with somebody that does not care about your well-being and is only using you as a plot device. And I you know what they did? When I said, like, why? I was like, there's no reason to get married. Why would you get married? Why would you subjugate when you have nothing is in your favor? All your resources are on the line. It does not favor you to be married. And when I said that, these two men literally walked to another area and started talking amongst themselves. They didn't like that coffee. That coffee was too strong for them. This is just what I believed. But I've always been an extremist, and I never hid it. You have to be around me at the right time to even hear what I think. And they were talking about marriage and sounding unsure and hoping they have benefit from it. Hoping that they have benefit from it. That's how they was talking, like they were unsure they would benefit from it. And talking about it's just a natural. They talked about it like it was a natural event. Like eventually this is just what I have to go through, and this is what I have to have a woman. This is what I have to go through. I say, why don't you just get alleviate all that and get a woman in the even? She's a lot cheaper than building a whole life about somebody that can literally take everything away from you. Why would you sign up for it? To have progeny, to have children. I damn near say go adopt or something. And have a house. And if you can't afford it, don't do something because this is the, hold on. Sorry about that. I'm cooking dinner at the same time. But yeah. And just sitting there taking the brunt of whatever idea whatever idea I say ideology. I don't even know if that's pronounced right, but taking on the ideology of just basically taking whatever they have to throw upon you. Whatever they put you in, they douse you with flames and put you back to work. And that whole, I say, that's their game. It's a hustle, y'all. It's a hustle. It's a very lucrative hustle to talk about black men. People get off an orgasm to watching black men be denigrated, shot, killed. They are beating off to it, literally. The world is beating off to it, literally, getting sexually excited at the thought of it. And they just, what's the name of need? To all the masochists out there and all of the weirdos, all the WSs, they work for them. They work for the enjoyment of racists to see black men be denigrated by their own women. Who would have thunk? Whole bunch of black men, and they love it, and they love it, and they laced. They get laced. It's I get paid for it. And I get to let out all my frustrations. They are my punching bag, my literal punching. My son that's being. I hate sitting being that close to the camera. Damn that. No, I don't give a damn. We getting this out. We gonna get this done today because that's how I am right now. I don't play any games or pull any punches. Even when I start up the other channel, I'm gonna take a sabbatical, whatever sabbatical. I'm trying to. Excuse me, I knocked my what's the name out of alignment. Let me fix it. Yeah. Knocked my mic out of alignment. But yeah, that's how I feel about things right now. It's just a very lucrative hustle. I call it lucrative abuse. It's lucrative abuse. They get paid and laced up. And when I heard that Cynthia G had a degree, degrees are not cheap. To my last time I took the degrees in college, not cheap. So they got laced, and she done got laced up. That's why she's intensified. She probably think of something that she wants and just spew until the check get right. Remember, she's still on YouTube, just like others, just like Tanya TKO. They on YouTube getting laced along with a whole bunch of other nobodies. They getting laced because it is profitable to denigrate black men in the sight of racists. And even for themselves, they had a secret masochistic pleasure on destroying and eating the flesh of black men in some type of stupid vibe for saying we the leaders of the community, because they want a non-title. They want to be able to say we're doing better, and what society can survive when the women of the society say the men are failures, and two, we're gonna keep the black family apart. That's the main thing that's going on because they're getting paid to do it. What type of society can survive? WSs don't even have to hardly do nothing. They do their part. They do their end administratively and all that stuff. But all the in the face effery. How much do they have to do? They are volunteering for this because they are enriched. They get bread. It's about green. It's about green. And because when you have green, you can say all types of stuff to black men when nobody else traditionally don't even want you. The main one that's vying and fighting to be with you, you spit in his face. And you keep telling us, kings, huh? I ain't never seen no king get treated like this. If we kings, black kings, the smartest and most wealthy of men, I'm invisible. I don't have. Doesn't really affect me much because I already decided to just get my life together first and then start worrying about all that other stuff. Because I don't recommend it. I don't recommend any black men sign up for a relationship like that. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend any man get married. Not in the modern age. It's just if you get married under the stipulation that it's no legal binding, that women often insist on. I don't care if I'm called a misogynist. I don't really care because guess what? It's my life, and it's my life to live however I choose, and I choose not to ever get married. You heard it here first. You keep saying it. They keep saying it like somehow that somewhere in the matrix it's gonna favor the man, and nobody can give me a really good definitive answer. Working with somebody that can work with you about the whole legality of the all, because if you're wrong, you lose everything you formerly built to facilitate your life. Just to have children, really, just to have children. Because I call it the stupidest risk that men are never going to stop doing. Men are always going to try to go marry men, not marry men, well, some do, marry women that do not favor them. They're going to be legally bind themselves to somebody that does not favor them, or in time, if they don't get to a certain amount of success, even if they get success, even if they get a lot of money, even if they already had a lot of money, even if they had a prestigious job, I can think of every scenario. Like me, low cash, I'm at the bottom as far as why women won't marry me. It's simple. You don't got the money, I'm gone. But I'm seeing the most prestigious get destroyed. They supposed to be the most intelligent. And as I'm challenging you men, because you're supposed to be the smartest man in the room, and you're still getting took to the cleaners. Just because you have some fantasy about married and being married, and you just call me a bit. I mean, I'm not even, look, man, I ain't even qualified to be married anyway. But I was always all lucky when I did want to get married that the woman didn't want to marry me. I got lucky in that regard. That's when my simp days actually served some good. But it's just logic. It's pure logic. And stop being stupid and saying it's anything else. I think you're a dumbass if you think it's anything else but logic. It's just logic. They don't want to work with you. Nothing is good enough, no matter how big you get. Destroying you seems to be the preemptive thing on their mind, just so they can get a hold of money, or if they have a hold of money, they want to hold on to it and use that as, that's their penis. All that money is their penis. That's their manhood. Their masculine way, and none of it works. And then the damn what they call it, the soft girl movement, because they can't keep up the act long enough. They can only keep up the act for about 5 or 6 minutes, and something that they've been doing for decades will resurface. I don't need. Okay, that's fine. You don't need it. That's cool. But then I say, okay, I'm going to Thailand. I'm going to South America. I'm going to Brazil. Then it's, even though low key, Passport Bros is winning anyway. They putting their money towards what they want, and may or may not getting the result. And then two, I don't like the lady of the night shaming either. That's another problem we have. The lady of the night shaming. That you go out there and you pay for, and brothers do this, people do this every damn day. Yeah, I can go. I don't think I should spend that much to go out there and do that. Go there just for to see the lady in the evening. If I'm going, I get a lady of the evening. I'm going to see the country. My focus is going to be to see the country. Same thing with Japan. That's not going to be my primary focus, but it will be my secondary, tertiary focus. When I go to a country, I'm literally going there to see the country. That's just par for the course to go out there and see. If I meet a nice young lady, pay or play. That's somebody I'm dealing with, pay or play. Whether I play or I pay. I don't know what this thing is, trying to look like a godly saint when you are a man with needs, and with tastes specific to you, and you have the complete right to go out there and do whatever you want. As long as you ain't taking somebody against their will, you good. So I don't think like other men because I don't do everything. I don't have to put this bright, shiny image to the world that I'm a good man and this and that. I am what I am. And there's no shame in it. People are always shocked by how I talk about ladies of the evening and how indulged, like and how they're freely indulged, and I don't see nothing wrong with it. With how man uses his time and money, that's his business. Just like I say, it's my business to be with whoever I feel like. Don't make it your life. Do not make it your life. You're just fulfilling a need. And don't let nobody shame you in what you do with on your time and your money. Just don't pay thousands of dollars to go do it. It'll be a second. It'll be on the list, but primarily, just like when I went to Japan. Again, they like us over there, and that's all I'll say. They like us over there. That's just what it is. They like us over there. We live in a country where we are unneeded and unnecessary. Why not? It's your right, it's your money, it's your time. Once again, don't damn shame other men for what they decide to do. They're not, as long as they're not going somewhere abusing women and using that as their, what I call a manhood pass and being dumb about it. Do as you like, do as you please. You're a man, it's your choice, it's your time and money. You saved it, you worked to get it. You don't have to explain. I don't have to explain. There's a Ghost in the Shell reference in there. He said, I don't have to explain. Like I have to tell you what I do with my time and money in Johnson. I don't have to explain to anybody. I'm just telling you, it's really foolish. You want to call out men on all levels for what? Just go and do you. That's what you do. If you want to get you a girl, you want to rent your girl, want a girl in here or in the United States to compensate for the lack of quality of women, that's fine. However you want to do it. I don't care what anybody says. Simp trick, whatever. So, no suitable women. Don't want to be in a long-term relationship. How about that? But I'm just saying, I'm becoming a lot harder now that I got this down. So, that's what it is for now. I won't eat my dinner. This is Terry Time signing up.